Hey there, welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm Kazoom, and thank you for those who answered the 3 questions that I had. I tend to agree with JJ Talks the most, but everyone else had some really good answers too. For me, my favorite type of humor is silly, sometimes nonsensical humor. The weirder, the more obscure, the better. I especially like it when there's something that's really obscure and I know it's actually referencing something and I have to look up what it is to figure out what it's talking about. I like that. There's very little actual humor that makes me just laugh out loud for a long time. It happens once in a while, but that's different than what I would consider my favorite humor. Because the stuff that actually makes me laugh out loud for a long time, it's hit and miss. But the stuff that I really enjoy, the stuff that I can think about for a little while or disrupts my thinking patterns for a while, is the stuff that's just silly and nonsensical and, I like a lot of other types of humor too, but I'm just saying that's my very favorite type of humor if I'm to put to say one category of humor. My least favorite type of humor is the stuff that is making fun of someone for things that they can't help. There are exceptions to that. If there's someone that I just can't stand, like Trump, I'll make an exception there. But for the most part, when someone hasn't done anything wrong and they're being criticized in the form of humor for it, I'm just not a fan of that type of thing. I'm also not a fan of the jackass type of humor, not in general anyway. When it's trying to do the shock value thing just for the sake of shock value and nothing else, I'm just not a big fan of that. When it comes to presidents, I do think the most important thing is that someone has good ideas, that they understand politics, but they haven't necessarily been a politician. But that they're intelligent and that they know how to surround themselves with people who know their job and this person can facilitate all these different views from all these people that they surround themselves and then make a decision based off of that. But if the person is just dumb, they surround themselves with crappy people, and they don't have experience, well, then you get someone like we have now, who's Trump, right? So, Trump has the worst of both worlds. But that's my view on it. Again, I appreciate everyone's input on this. And it was just nice to see, especially people's viewpoints on humor, on comedy. So, on to the next round robin, and I'll see you again next Sunday. Thanks so much.